Hi, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Motivational Moments. I am so excited to share this information with you that could help you and it helps me to learn about the messages that we do get on a daily basis from the universe. It's either a God wink, it is a spirit guide, it can be anybody, a past life person, it could be just about anything. And I just wanted to let you know that there are helpful people everywhere. And people are trying to communicate with us, whether it's through a song, a video, a movie, um, something we find on the internet. There's all these signs that come to us on a regular basis. I think it's so important that we pay attention to those signs. Whether we follow them or not, or do what the sign suggests, is another story. But at least we can train ourselves to pay more attention to the things that come into our lives and the things that go out of our lives. Because everything does happen for a reason. Remember, everything in life is like, 10% of what happens to us, but 90% on how we react and how we respond to the things that happen to us on a daily basis. That's a famous quote by Lou Holtz, the football coach. Anyway, I wanted to share with you a quick story about us looking for our second car. We had sold our car called Little Red, and it was a terrific 1975 antique two-seater Mercedes 450 SL, and it was a beautiful little car. As Stan would say, it was a rolling piece of art, and that's just beautiful. But when it's your second car, you're taking people around in real estate and there's no back seat, it can be a little inconvenient at times. But we kept it. It was so dependable and so lovely to drive. But we found the perfect buyer for the car. And then we were looking for our second replacement car. And we thought, well, we better buy new or lease a new car because everybody has told us, wow, used cars are so expensive. You don't want to get a used car. And they're not available. There aren't as many used cars as there used to be. And I thought about it and I went, I'm going to check this out. So, to make a long story short, too late, I looked on the internet at a couple of the car dealerships on the island. And one of them, Amelia Auto Mart, has a fabulous reputation. And I happened to look at their website and I found the most incredible car at an incredible deal. And it was just absolutely perfect for us and for our needs. Turns out, when I made the inquiry, that this car had just appeared on their website. So I knew it was meant for us. We went into the dealership the following day, following morning, saw the car, did a test drive, and boom, we were out the door. So I think that happened for a reason. I think that it happened that I happened to look on the internet at this particular dealership when I really wasn't in the market for a used car because I was told that they were either too expensive, overpriced, or not available. So just got to pay attention to those little nudges along the way. And with that theme, this morning, I opened up my email and I found a story about Warren Buffett. And it has to do with cars. So I thought, well, this is a great tie in, and this is what I want to talk about today. Turns out that Warren Buffett, being obviously a billionaire in his own right, and the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, he has some really sage advice for all ages, especially young people. In the article I read, he talks about the value of taking care of your body and your mind and how we should be doing that at a very early age. And he says, you only have one body in this lifetime. You've got to take care of it. And he gives this analogy about a car. And I thought it was fabulous. He said, if I gave you a car and told you that this is the only car you would ever have in your lifetime, but you could have any car you want, but this is the only car you're going to have, so you need to take care of it, what would you do? For most people, if that was the car of your dreams and the car for forever, you would take really good care of it, right? I bet you would. You would read the car manual. You would make sure it got checked for oil on a regular basis, maybe even 2 times a year just to make sure. You would probably wash it and wax it and baby it, knowing this is your only car forever. Well, then he goes on to say, what about your own mind and body? How do you treat your body? Do you treat your body like it's the only one you have, which it is? And most people don't. We don't think about it. We may do some things. We may do a little bit of exercise, or we might eat a little better, or whatever, but we don't treat it like it's the only thing we have for the rest of our lives. So he encourages young people to take care of themselves so that when they're 40, 50, 60, 70, and above, that they can maintain good health. Now, of course, you have to be blessed with good genes, as he admits that he has been. And he has, but he also has to pay attention to his diet and pay attention to exercise. Doctors have warned him about that because they know that Buffett loves hamburgers and he loves french fries and he loves hash browns. So he's pretty good about his diet, but he does love those hamburgers and french fries and hash browns in moderation. But what he has said about that is, well, the doctor gave me two choices: improve your health by your nutrition and or exercise. You really should do both. But what he heard the doctor say was exercise or eat healthy. So he decided to pick the lesser of two evils and to do more exercise, to eat okay, to eat better, but to save room for those hamburgers and fries and hash browns because that's something he really enjoys. But my point is this: everything is in moderation, and we need to pay attention to what we put in our minds and what we put into our bodies, and treat our bodies the same way that we would treat a car that we knew would be the only car we would ever have in our lifetime. So I hope that is helpful to you and help you frame kind of what you do on a daily basis and how you take care of yourself. So stay positive. Fill your mind with positive self talk, positive thoughts, and watch the reactions that you have to life on a daily basis. Be careful how you respond to situations, negatively or positively. You have control over how you respond. So pay attention to that. And then pay attention to your body. Give it the nourishment it needs, give it the exercise it needs, and treat it as it is your own body for the rest of your life. Thank you, and have a fabulous week. And I'll talk to you next week. Thanks. Bye.